Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Farmer Was Replaced. An interesting game title and an interesting concept. As you can see from the introductory graphics, drones are going to be a critical part of this game. In fact, drones are going to take over farming and replace the farmer, from what I can tell. I have not touched this game, but I would like to thank the developer for giving me early access to the beta 1.0 so that I could prepare this video for you. The game will be released today, October 10th, 2025, right about at this time. So let's see what this game holds in store. I find it intriguing. I know that drones actually are being increasingly involved in farming, particularly in spraying for weeds. You know, spraying has always been such a hassle because you drive a sprayer through the field, you make a rut, you damage some of the crops, and this year it's been particularly wet, and some of the sprayers have actually gotten stuck trying to spray. Of course, you can do it with an airplane. That's expensive and it's quite dangerous. So drone spraying, I think, is pretty much a big deal right now. But are drones going to replace farmers? Well, we'll see what this game thinks. Okay, again, I haven't touched it. I have no idea what to expect. Okay, contains information about everything in the game. Move windows around by dragging and dropping the gray part of the window. You start to go to the first program by clicking it. Be sure to check out the buttons in the top right corner of the screen. Hover over them to see a tooltip explaining what they do. One of them opens the tech tree. Ooh, tech tree. Okay, oh, I don't see first program yet. Unless you can click that. Okay, this is it's not going to tell me. It's just not, open new info window, create a new code file. That must be the tech tree right there. So we're in the main. All right, first program, main. The code can be edited like in any text editor as long as it's not running. You can execute the program directly by pressing the green play button in the code window. You can create more code files using the plus button. In the upper right corner of the screen, you can dock a window to another window by dragging it onto it. Ooh. You'll notice that once you start typing, a simple code completion window will pop up. Press tab to insert the code completion. All right. So do I? Gotta scroll down. Notice that when it's okay. Don't worry if this is your first time programming. The language is unlocked step by step, so you won't be overwhelmed by all the things you can do. The syntax is also similar to that of Python, which is one of the most widely used programming languages in the world. So learning it is not completely wasted. If you already know Python, it's not a problem either. You'll just be able to skip the early game quickly to get to the more interesting stuff. Currently, there are 2 drone commercials available, Harvest and Do a Flip. Okay, these are function calls. You can think of a function as a command that can be executed. You execute it using the parentheses. Try typing these statements in a code window and pressing the execute button. You can think of your code as a sequence of statements. You can run multiple statements in a row like this. Harvest, do a flip, unlocks. Collecting grass will give you hay. Hay can be used to unlock loops in the unlock menu. Open the unlock menu with the button in the top right corner. Okay. So, all right. I have one. I'm not sure what. Let's see. Open a new info window. What does that do? Ooh. Sweet. External editor, first program. Programming comments, unlocks grass. Do a flip, harvest at the baby items. Hey, yes. Okay, I'm not real sure what they want us to do here, but I assume create a new code file. A new code file. What would that do? Oh, okay. I don't know if I want that yet. I'll hang on to that because I might need it later. So, well, let's see what this does. Do I have to put in a 1? I don't. Do a flip. That's what it said to do, so that's what I'll do. Okay, let's see what happens. Starts or stops execution of the code in this window. It's not a valid statement. Did you mean to write harvest? Well, I guess, but I don't. Does that mean I need to put a number in there, right? Well, it doesn't say that, which is kind of weird. So maybe I'll leave the number out, and then it can tell me I need a number. I mean, I'm just being cautious here because I don't know what it's exactly looking for. I've done a little programming in my life, but all right, let's see what happens. So I could do, what's that? Execute one step of the code. Okay. Does that execute the next step? All right. So if I pet the piggy. Pass, there's nothing can be useful because empty code blocks aren't allowed. Name, what name would you put in that? I don't really know what that means. It seems like I don't really want that. I think I'd just rather do this. Okay, so okay, I've got 10. How much of that do I need? Is that supposed to be, that's hay. Okay, I have 10. So can I spend that on something? I can. While unlocks a simple while loop. While true. Okay. It takes 5. So let's do that. And use true and false. The while loop keeps executing the loop body as long as the condition is true. Okay, now I forgot to turn the sound up because it had music at the beginning, so I'm not exactly sure what it's doing. For beginners, perhaps you've already tried to put several harvest calls in a row. Harvest several times in one program. It would be nice to harvest more than 3 times, and writing the same code model is bad practice. The solution is a loop. While condition. Loop body. Loop allows you to run the same code, which is a logical value. It can only be in order such as called Boolean value. Okay, the loop then executes the code inside the loop until the condition is false. What condition would make it false? Whether you have to replace condition with a Boolean value and the loop body with whatever you want to do in the loop. Constants are values that never change during the program. To create a constant Boolean value is always true. You can simply write true. Write false as a constant Boolean value that will always be false. So you could either write flip or while false or while true. The first will never do a flip, and the second will do flips forever. Normally creating it is a bad idea. It'll freeze the program, the loop. So you can just have it do a number of times. All right. While. So true, and then we want let's try this 10 times. See what happens. Right? Good idea. Colon at the beginning of every code block. At the beginning of every code block? Oh, at the beginning. Is that a code block? Okay, let me see what he yells at me. All right. Didn't like that. At least it didn't say it was indentation here. There must be more indentation after I than before it to separate the new code block. Use the tab key to indent. Indent? Okay, try that. Oh, indentation there. Okay. All right. Didn't see that part. I wasn't paying attention. And I assume that's also got to be indented then. Variable before using it. Well, how do I do that? I thought I wish you'd just give me this syntax. While loop. While condition. And it doesn't. The while loop keeps executing the loop body as long as the condition is true. While condition. Which is a logical value. It can only be in one of two states. The value is called Boolean value while condition. To replace, where you have to replace condition with a Boolean value and the loop body with whatever you want to do in the loop. Okay, the loop will repeat all indented statements after the colon. Statements after the indented block will be executed after the loop has finished. Can I use mathematical comparisons to do a number? Harvest, grounds, grass. So why did it want me to do that then? Okay, with a capital T now it's doing it. It's also infinite, but I'd like to have enough of these to do some more. What's that? Speed increases the yield. Change hats for your drone. Okay. Okay, so I should be able to do something with this. Unlock cost 20. Unlock cost 300. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do that. Speed upgrade. Checking before. So far we only had true and false, which is of course not very useful with if. The new function can harvest. Provides a better condition. Can harvest. Returns true if the plant under the drone can be harvested, and false otherwise if can harvest. Okay, now we're talking. Okay. Plants are fully grown, returns true. Yeah, because we're going to speed this up, so it needs to know if can harvest, harvest. I like that a lot. Yeah, let's do that. If can harvest. Oh, it's got to have the... I'm not sure what the quotes are for. I don't remember that part. Harvest. Do a flip. It's really taking a long time, isn't it? Maybe I'll take the do a flip out. So we'll add while true. Do I have to? I wonder if I have to indent that then. Yeah. Okay. I do. Do I have to indent that also then? Yep. Okay. That's kind of what I thought. All right, let's see what that does. All right, there we go. I gotta have a bunch of these because I don't even know how much of these is gonna cost. 50. Change hat. I don't care about. Expands the farmland and unlocks movement. Yes. But this space is not much. Okay, well let me stop this because my time's up for this episode. Let me take a look at your farm has grown. Oh, it grew 2. I didn't know it grew 2. Is it just gonna do that? Space is not much use if you can't move the drone, so there's a new function, move, that moves the drone. Specify the direction in which you want the drone to move. There are 4 new constants for this: north, east, south, west. For example, move north. Move over the edge of the farm, the drone will be moved to the other side of the farm. The following example code. While true. Okay. Move north. And do I need to... I'm going to guess I need to indent everything then. All right. Okay. Let's try that. Nope, too much indentation. All statements within a code block. Okay. Now it's going to yell at me that I need to indent something. Yep. Oh, it has to be after a colon. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, let's try that. Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. So, we got that much figured out. I might play with this a little bit, and then I'll do another episode if there's enough interest in it. I may do 2 or 3 episodes of this, and then if there's enough interest, I'll actually start a new game. But in any case, the farmer was replaced is now out. Check it out for yourself. See what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome new subscribers. Be kind, and let's get together again.